Oh, would you look at this? Ric Flair and Triple H are double teaming him now. And this match is over, by God. How despicable can you get?
He was asking for it, JR. Flair hit him in self-defense. Didn't you see the way he went after the Nature Boy?
He did no such thing, King. Triple H and Flair will do anything it takes to keep the title around the game's waist. And that includes taking out the competition.
Hey, I saw what Triple H and Flair pulled last week. This crap is getting really old. You okay?
I'll live, but they're not gonna get off that easy.
Listen, you're good, but this is a numbers game. There's two of them, but one of you. Dude, you've got to even that up.
What do you have in mind?
Hey, I'm one of the few guys in the Raw locker room who's pinned Triple H for a 3 count. I don't have an Intercontinental title defense tonight. So how about you and me team up and give Triple H and Flair a little payback?
Sounds good to me. But what's in it for you?
Anytime I step into the ring with the World Heavyweight Champ, my stock goes up. And when I hit him with the T-bone and pin him again, I'll be that much closer to earning the World Heavyweight title match I deserve. Let's do this.
Listen up, Benjamin. All I hear backstage is you running your mouth about how you pinned Triple H this and you beat Triple H that. Well, the fact is, everyone knows you just got lucky. Simple as that. It was a fluke. And it's never going to happen again. Do you understand me?
What a man. What a noble champion. Once again, assaulting his opponent after the match is over. And damn it, Shelton Benjamin is right. He has beaten Triple H in the past, fair and square.
You heard Triple H, JR. It was a fluke. He says Shelton Benjamin isn't in his league, and from the looks of things, he's right.
My God, that's John Cena and the Big Show from SmackDown. What the hell are they doing here on Raw?
I can't believe this, JR. Somebody call security. Look out, Triple H.
My God, that thug John Cena is choking the life out of Ric Flair with his damn chain.
Is this how thugs like Cena treat their elders on SmackDown? This is bad, JR. Oh my God, what's that ogre Big Show gonna do?
They were down but not out, by God.
I don't think this is over, JR.
Not by a long shot, King. But why were those SmackDown superstars here on Raw? And what's going to happen next?
You know, normally I'd come out here on Raw in front of the entire world. Flash this. World Heavyweight title. And once again, make clear to all you people, all the people watching at home, and all the guys in the back, that I am the best in the business. Yeah, that's what I'd normally do. And whether you love it or you hate it, you all tune in to see it. But that's not gonna happen tonight. See, last week, two gutless nobodies from SmackDown thought they could come to Raw and take out Triple H and Ric Flair, the two greatest champions this business has ever seen. But just like everything SmackDown does, they only got it half right. As you can see, I'm still standing.
Well, thank goodness for that.
But Ric Flair was not so lucky. John Cena crushed his larynx with that chain. And Big Show nearly broke his damn neck with that chokeslam. Look at this man. He can't style. Hell, he can barely profile. Cena, Big Show, I don't care who you are or where you come from. You do not lay your hands on this man. This man is a 16-time world champion. He's a kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing son of a gun. He should be riding in limousines, not ambulances. And now, all those desperate housewives in this arena will have to go home to their fat, impotent husbands and cry themselves to sleep because Space Mountain is closed for repairs.
It's so sad, JR.
Oh, it's sad, all right. Why don't you take a minute and pull yourself together?
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look.
Well, look who it is. I wonder if he's here to gloat.
I doubt that, King. He took his looks last week just as sure as Triple H did.
Up and down this spine. Just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy, Tory.
Well, Triple H, I guess you've got some idea how I felt when you and Flair took out Shelton Benjamin 2 weeks ago.
That's a completely different story. Shelton Benjamin ran his mouth, and he got what was coming to him. John Cena and the Big Show had no business with me, or you, or the Nature Boy. And speaking of you, I've just about had it with your...
Hold that thought, Triple H. You two had better get on the same page. Because I'm not going to stand for SmackDown superstars invading my show. By the authority of the board of directors, you're going to have a sanctioned match against them next week at SummerSlam. But that doesn't mean we're going to wait until then to even the score. This Thursday, you're going to SmackDown to return the favor.
Hey, what a great idea, Bischoff. I would have never thought of that. I don't need your advice. And I don't need your permission to do whatever I damn well please. And if you think you can order me around, think again. And as for you can forget about being on the same page with me. We're not even in the same damn library, understand? You come to SmackDown if you want, but you better not get in my way.
Well, I don't always agree with General Manager Eric Bischoff's actions, but I have to give him credit. he's arranged a SummerSlam match against The Big Show and John Cena and ordered an immediate counterattack on SmackDown to boot.
Man, JR, I can't wait! Raw superstars are headed to SmackDown. I'll tell you what, SmackDown is gonna be sorry they ever messed with Raw.
Hello and welcome to another edition of SmackDown. I'm Michael Cole along with Taz and partner. The locker room is still buzzing about that attack by John Cena and The Big Show on some top Raw superstars last week. And can you believe that the board of directors has sanctioned a cross-brand grudge match for this Sunday at SummerSlam?
But that's not all, Cole. Some of those Raw superstars have said they're gonna show up here tonight to get some payback. Wait, is that Triple H and Flair in the ring right now?
I am the game. Woo! And tonight, I'm coming to SmackDown to find the guys who kicked my ass and made my father, the Nature Boy, cry like a little girl. Say, Nate, why do they still call you the Nature Boy, huh? Aren't you about 90? Maybe they should call you Father Time. But seriously, yo, no one can say that SmackDown didn't make an impact on Raw last Monday. We did just what we wanted to, and that was punk out the best that they got.
Let's see now. 10 for Triple H, 16 for Flair. Raw is never going to forget the day SmackDown took out 26 world champions in one shot.
And now we're supposed to be scared? Because Triple H is leading a posse to SmackDown? Please. He shows up here, he's gonna get more of the same. They can't see me.
They're here! The Raw superstars are here!
Here we go. This is gonna be a rocket buster.
Hey, look, man. I understand why you're teaming up with Triple H tonight. John Cena and Big Show have got to be taught a lesson, and you guys owe them. But don't get too cozy with them. I'll be back on Raw tomorrow, and I've got some unfinished business with Triple H and Ric Flair that I plan to take care of. You know I respect you, and I hope you've got my back the way I had yours. But if you let them punk me out, you'll be making a big mistake.
Okay, Shelton, I'll keep that in mind. But right now, I gotta focus on Cena and Show.
Shelton Benjamin is back, and he's taking it right to Flair and Triple H with a steel chair.
Oh no! He can't do that! Triple H and Flair are defenseless! Somebody needs to stop him!
They were partners before Flair injured Benjamin, but is that still the case?
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen tomorrow night on Raw. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'd hate to be in Shelton Benjamin's shoes when Triple H gets his hands on him.
I called you out here tonight on Raw because I want to give you a very rare and valuable present. 2 of them, actually.
Oh my gosh, 2 presents, JR! It must be his birthday! Imagine celebrating your birthday with Triple H, JR. That's gotta be great.
I'm pretty sure it's not his birthday, and I've for damn sure seen the kind of presents that Triple H gives out.
The first is a thank you. From me to you. For watching my back in our match against John Cena and Big Show at SummerSlam. Of course, I didn't need your help, but you made my job a little bit easier.
I can't remember the last time Triple H thanked anyone.
So that's 1. And now that that's out of the way, here's number 2. Last night at SummerSlam, you didn't do a damn thing when Shelton Benjamin ran into the ring and attacked Ric Flair and I with a steel chair. Normally, that's the kind of mistake a guy like me would make sure a guy like you regretted for the rest of his life.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
So here's your second present. A free pass out of my ring and out of my life. But I'm warning you, this is a one-time offer, so don't blow it. Do the right thing and don't step between Shelton Benjamin and the ass-kicking he's going to get tonight.
Triple H let him off the hook, JR. If he were smart, he'd do the right thing and walk away.
I have to agree, that may be the smart thing to do, but I'm not sure it would be the right thing. After all, he may have a choice to walk away, but Shelton Benjamin's certainly not off the hook.
Stop it! Stop it right there! This has gone on long enough. I am sick of the interference and the cheap shots. You two are going to settle this in a rematch at Unforgiven. In a World Heavyweight title match. And just to make sure that Shelton Benjamin and Ric Flair don't get involved, it's going to be a steel cage match.
Did you hear that, King? A steel cage match for the World Heavyweight title at Unforgiven. And Flair and Benjamin are barred from ringside.
Unforgiven is right. I don't think Triple H is going to forgive Bischoff for this one, JR.
An obscure WWE regulation has just been brought to my attention. As it turns out, the title cannot be contested in a steel cage during the month of September. And since this is September and that is a steel cage, I've got no choice but to void the referee's decision.
What on earth? You gotta be kidding me. I've never heard of such a thing.
No, I think he's right, JR. That sounds like the Virgil Runnels Amendment. That's been on the books for years.
Hold on. Hold on. Due to the extraordinary circumstances surrounding this title match, I feel that it's only fair to vacate the title until a proper rematch can be made.
Vacate the title? What the hell is Bischoff playing at?
Well, Bischoff is the Raw general manager. He gets paid big money to make the tough decision. He's got to go by the rule book.
Rule book my eye. This has nothing to do with some alleged Virgil Runnels Amendment or anything else. Bischoff just screwed both men. Though for the life of me, I can't figure why. One thing for certain, he's damn lucky there's a steel cage between them and him.
Tag team champions like the Hart Foundation or the Legion of Doom.
Yes, Eugene.
Or Chuck and Billy.
Eugene, that's right, just like the... Eugene, now that's enough. If you're going to be a champion, you've got to start behaving like one.
Hey, am I interrupting something?
No, not at all. Young Master Eugene here was just getting a wee bit overexcited about our recent World Tag Team title victory. Isn't that right, Eugene?
Yeah, congratulations. I hear you've got a title defense against Edge and Christian at Taboo Tuesday. Good luck with that.
And to you as well in your match against Christian tonight. He's more of a pillock than ever, now that he and Edge have reunited.
No kidding. Watch yourself out there tonight against Edge.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Eugene.
Like Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, Iran #1. USA, ach to it.
Using the ropes. The ref doesn't see it. And damn it, neither does Eugene.
Eugene's completely distracted as usual, but this is one time I don't blame him.
The match is over. What's Edge trying to prove here?
Isn't it obvious, JR? Edge is trying to soften up William Regal for their tag team championship match at Taboo Tuesday.
How sharp do you have to be to take advantage of poor Eugene?
There you go, JR. He broke the hold. What are you so upset about?
Yeah, he broke the damn hold, but he might have broken Regal's back.
All's fair in love and title chases, JR.
So, despite the injury to William Regal, the tag titles will be on the line tomorrow night at Taboo Tuesday.
I don't know about this, William.
Please, you've got to reconsider. Eugene's uncle, Eric Bischoff, has a history of trying to crush Eugene's spirits. Eugene loves his title more than life itself, and the fact that I can't defend my half is a perfect excuse for him to strip us of our titles and hurt Eugene again.
But filling in for you as a tag team champion? That's a huge responsibility.
If you don't do this, you might as well hand the titles to those miserable toe rags, Edge and Christian. I don't know about you, but I refuse to reward those two with a championship for crippling their opponents. That'd hardly be sporting, would it?
Yeah, but...
You faced Christian last week. Tonight, it's you versus Edge. You've scouted both men, and our title defense is tomorrow night at Taboo Tuesday. You're the only one who can help us.
Okay. All right, I'll do it.
There's a top man. Thank you. Eugene, you make sure you accompany him to ringside tonight, and pay no attention to that scrubber Trish Stratus. Don't allow her to distract you from the matter at hand.
Despite the injury to William Regal, the tag titles will be on the line tomorrow night at Taboo Tuesday.
That's if Regal's replacement makes it through his match tonight against Edge. Hey, you can't do that to the Diva of the Decade.
I'm sure he'd prefer not to, but she has no right to lead Eugene on like she's been doing.
Trish, look out! Oh my gosh, look at what he just did to Trish.
You mean look at what Edge just did to Trish? If I didn't know better, I'd say Eugene seems more concerned about Trish Stratus than his own partner.
Can you blame him, JR? I should go down there and see if Trish needs mouth-to-mouth, and maybe some CPR.
Everything went perfectly last week. Trish, for a moment, I thought you were actually hurt.
Hey, I'm the WWE Women's Champion. I'm tougher than I look. And if you boys stick with the plan, you'll be the World Tag Team Champions, and we'll all be wearing gold when we leave here tonight.
Yeah, now all we have to do is take that dunce Eugene out of the picture, which shouldn't be too hard. I mean, he's not exactly a rocket scientist, you know? I'd be surprised if he could lace up his own boots. And ugly. Man, the toughest part of the match will be having to look at him up close.
Hello. I'm sorry you got hurt yesterday, Trish. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. That's very sweet, Eugene. But you don't have to apologize. It wasn't your fault.
Actually, Eugene, if anyone's got to apologize, it's me. I'm sorry I accidentally hurt William Regal 2 weeks ago. I didn't realize he tapped out. I didn't expect him to give up so easily. Guess he's not as tough as I thought he was, eh?
Yeah, but you know who should be apologizing? Your so-called friend for hitting poor Trish last night. Is that the kind of partner you want? Is that the kind of person you consider a friend, Eugene? Someone who hits girls from behind?
No.
I'd like to be your friend, Eugene. Would you like to be friends with little old me?
Yeah.
Good boy. Now come with me. I've got something to discuss with you.
I don't believe it. How could Trish even stand to be around that Eugene? She has a heart of gold, that's for sure.
If that Jezebel has a heart, it's fool's gold, if you ask me. No good's going to come of this. I can guarantee you that.
Just moments ago, you successfully managed to beat Edge and Christian single-handedly. But Eric Bischoff has ruled that because of Eugene's absence, you forfeited the match. Therefore, Edge and Christian are the new World Tag Team Champions. I have to ask you, after that hard-fought match, with all of the blood, sweat, and tears you left in the ring, how does it feel to lose the World Tag Team titles and let William Regal down like that?
How does it feel, Coach? How does it feel? How do you think it feels?
Of course the deck was stacked against you when your partner Eugene decided not to show up for the match. What is your reaction to Eugene, well, dropping the ball?
Eugene, you must understand. Edge, Christian, and that trollop Trish Stratus are not your friends. They're trying to confuse you and take advantage of you.
But they said they were my friends. And Trish is so pretty. She wouldn't lie.
Look, Eugene, they took your tag team title last week after they convinced you not to show up for the match.
I know. I'm sharing the titles with them. Trish said they're my friends. And we had a great party last week after they won.
They're not your friends. They've already hurt me, and they will not hesitate to hurt either of you two as well if you're not careful.
Look, I've got a no disqualification match against Christian tonight. I'm sure Edge is going to be at ringside with him. Eugene, I need you to come down to the ring with me. If you don't, they'll gang up on me. Do you understand?
Good boy, Eugene. Now you two had better get ready. I'm going to speak with your Uncle Eric about arranging a tag title rematch at Survivor Series.
Boy, I tell you, JR, Eugene's about as dumb as a bag of hammers.
I feel terrible for that poor young man. I hope someone gets through to him somehow. Well, after another no-show, I don't think he's going to be giving Eugene the benefit of the doubt anytime soon.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't get fooled again.
You did a great job again for me last week, Eugene. You made me very, very happy. Do you know what I do for men that make me happy?
Give them presents?
You could say that. And I've got a present you can unwrap later tonight if you'll do me a little favor.
It's not my birthday.
I know, silly, but it's gonna seem that way.
Will there be cake?
No, Eugene,
and ice cream and balloons?
No, that's not.
Pony rides?
Eugene! Listen, Eugene. If you do exactly what I tell you tonight, you're coming back to my hotel room after the show. Do you understand?
But I like my room. It's got all my action figures in it.
Eugene, listen. Edge has a match tonight against your former friend. I'm afraid he's gonna hurt Edge, And then he'll be able to hurt me again.
No.
But you can help, Edge. We need you to be the special referee. The extremely special referee.
Referee? Like Dangerous Danny Davis or Earl Hebner's brother Dave?
That's right, Eugene. I know you'll do a great job for me tonight. Now go and get ready. Hurry up.
Holy crap. I thought I was gonna die.
I know.
Well, I guess we'd better get ready for your match, huh, bro?
We?
Yeah, we, as in you and me. Right?
Sorry, bro. Trish and I have some more planning to do.
Keep those belts warm, Christian.
Keep those belts warm, Christian. You're not the only one who can come up with a plan, Trish.
Eugene, listen to me. That trollop is not your friend. She's using you and turning you into a laughing stock.
Oh, William. You just can't stand to see Eugene happy, can you? He's got friends now. Real friends. And I think it's just sad that you can't be happy for him.
Now listen to me, you vile little slag. Young Master Eugene is a good boy, and the last thing he needs is to be corrupted by the likes of you.
What the hell is...
Oh my gosh, JR!
Christian, what the hell are you doing? You're ruining the plan.
Correction. I'm improving the plan. I call this one Plan C. That limey Regal was trying to ruin everything. But as you can see, he's done now. That's how I roll.
Hallelujah! I think Eugene's finally seen the light.
Oh my gosh! Trish, get out of there! Eugene's gone crazy!
Eugene, stop it. Stop it right now. Quite frankly, I don't care if you tear each other apart like animals. But you're going to wait until Survivor Series this Sunday to do it. You see, I'm making the World Tag Team title match a ladder match. But that's not all. As extra incentive, Trish Stratus's contract will also be on the line. Whoever wins the match gets the titles and Trish's services for 1 year.
A ladder match certainly favors the champions, Edge and Christian. But having Trish's contract on the line has got to shake their confidence somewhat.
Oh man, JR, I wonder if it's too late to convince William Regal to let me partner with Eugene. Winning Trish would almost be worth it. I'd let Eugene keep both the tag titles.
Stupid son of... Ah, I can't believe...
Guys!
Dumb mother...
Hold up! Wait! We gotta talk about Survivor Series. You can't roll without me.
Looks like Edge and Trish weren't as excited about Plan C as Christian was.
I think Christian's troubles are only beginning. Look out, Christian!
thank you enough for your help, my friend. You certainly showed those punters a thing or two. And now that we've got the titles back, if you don't mind.
William Regal must be crazy if he actually expects him to just hand over the title.
William, the bad.
Here's your title, Regal, as promised. But don't forget the other part of our deal. In exchange for the title, Trish's contract is exclusive to me. She's mine for the next year.
Job done. Small price to pay, really. You can have that silly little tart's contract.
William, you remember Andre the Giant and the $1 Million Man?
Hold it right there. What the hell do you think you're doing? Seems like even my special nephew knows something you don't. William, remember years ago when Andre the Giant won the world title? He tried to give it to the $1 Million Man, which the WWE commissioner said was illegal.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
The belt was then vacated.
No!
Yes! Bischoff's right! I remember!
Eric, listen.
No, Regal, you listen. Well, I approved a substitute for your title defense when you were injured a few weeks ago. That's not the case this time. Because you three have just passed around a championship indiscriminately without WWE approval. The World Tag Team titles are hereby vacated.
I can't believe it. How could Bischoff just strip the new champions of the tag titles right after they won them? Why would he vacate the titles?
You heard Bischoff, JR. There's a precedent for it. This is one of Bischoff's decisions that I have to agree with.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, earlier tonight we witnessed a classic bout for the World Heavyweight title. So before we begin the Royal Rumble match, allow me to formally introduce you to your new World Heavyweight Champion. You see, despite Eric Bischoff's apparent desire to keep the World Heavyweight Championship vacant, Raw will indeed have a champion to represent the brand at WrestleMania. And speaking of Eric Bischoff, I plan on personally coming to Raw tomorrow to get an explanation from him as to why he's been vacating every title on the brand.
Mr. McMahon's coming to Raw tomorrow night. I'd hate to be in Eric Bischoff's shoes right about now.
Who wouldn't, generally speaking?
Now remember, the man who wins tonight's Royal Rumble will earn a title opportunity at the greatest sports entertainment spectacle of all time, WrestleMania 22. Yes, the road to WrestleMania begins right here, right now, in this very ring.
No chance, so that's what you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner of the 2006 Royal Rumble. He outlasted 29 other superstars to do it. And by God, he's going to get a title shot at WrestleMania 22. What a night for him.
What a night for Raw! We've got a new World Heavyweight Champion and a new #1 contender. I love the Royal Rumble, JR.
I'd like to start out tonight's show by congratulating all of the Raw superstars for their performances yesterday at the Royal Rumble. I think there's no doubt that Raw showed itself to be the superior brand. I'd like to especially single out Kane, our new Intercontinental Champion, and Batista, our new World Heavyweight Champion, for putting on two of the greatest matches in WWE history.
That's right. And more importantly, we finally got Intercontinental and World Heavyweight Champions again, no thanks to Eric Bischoff.
Unfortunately, there were some issues with the title matches.
Here we go again.
So I'm afraid I have no choice but to...
No chance! That's what you got! Up against a machine too strong.
I've never been so happy to see Mr. McMahon in my life.
You think Bischoff was about to vacate the titles again, JR?
There's no doubt in my mind that's exactly what he was going to do.
Eric, I think I speak for every superstar in the locker room and every WWE fan around the world when I say that I've had just about enough of you stripping titles from Raw superstars. And tonight, right here, right now, I want a damn explanation for your actions.
If that's what you want, Vince, well, that's exactly what you're going to get.
What the? That's the WWE Champion, John Bradshaw Layfield. What in God's name is he doing here?
He's a SmackDown superstar. How did he even get into the arena?
Well, Eric, it sounds like Vince wants to be let in on our little plan. I guess there's no harm in it since there's no way he's going to be able to stop us now.
Plan?
You see, Vince, me and Eric Bischoff have been working very closely together the last few months. In exchange for me providing the financial backing to create a new wrestling empire, Eric's been handicapping Raw by keeping its titles vacant.
I don't believe it!
That means that when Eric and I go into business against you, you're not only going to have to overcome the fact that I am the most high-profile champion in the business today, you're also going to have to take on the man who nearly destroyed the WWE when he ran WCW.
And we all know how that turned out. Mr. McMahon put WCW out of business.
So, Vince, this is your first, last, and only chance to get the hell out of our ring before I come down there and do something you'll regret.
You think you can intimidate me, JBL? You think you frighten me? I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, damn it. I'm the chairman of the biggest sports entertainment empire in history. I didn't get to this point by being stupid or ignorant. You think you're the only one who could come up with a secret plan? I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to this, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Oh my gosh! It can't be!
Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold is here!
Oh man! Bischoff's gonna get it now!
Whoa! Steve! Vince! Hold it! Stop right there! Vince? Mr. McMahon? You know that when you hired me, I specifically had it written into my contract that no physical violence would be permitted against me, as long as I'm the general manager of Raw. If either one of you lays a finger on me, I'll sue you. I'll sue you for everything you've got.
You know, Austin, I have to admit, he's got a good point. Let's not act rashly here. Let me see if I can find a way to solve this little misunderstanding. Eric Bischoff, you're fired. Because without a general manager, Austin, I'd like to offer the job to you. I know we've never seen eye to eye, but Raw needs you, Steve. I hate to admit it, but I need you here to clean up this damn mess.
You know, Vince, when you called me up and begged me to be the new general manager of Raw, that was about the happiest moment of my life. Until right about now. Seeing you in the middle of this ring in your stupid little suit and tie, pleading with Stone Cold, "Oh, please, Stone Cold, come to Raw and solve all my problems." Well, damned if that don't make old Stone Cold feel real special.
Look, I'm gonna let that go because I need a man like you to keep JBL out of Raw's affairs. Furthermore, I'm certain that at least one of the Raw superstar must be working with JBL from the inside. This mole needs to be found immediately.
So what you're saying is, you're asking Stone Cold to find some damn traitor, open up a can of whoop-ass on a dumb sumbitch, and maybe just raise some hell on the side. Well, sounds like a job for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Tell you what, if you want to see Stone Cold as the new general manager, give me a hell yeah. All right, Vince, you got yourself a general manager. And my first order is, you can get the hell out of my ring. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
If there's a mole on Raw, the Texas Rattlesnake will find it. And you can take that to the bank.
This is gonna be a train wreck, JR. I just know it.
All right, first order of business is to get to the bottom of this damn conspiracy. If there's one thing I know about JBL, besides the fact that he's a no-good yellow sumbitch, is that he ain't gonna give up just 'cause Bischoff got fired. Kane, Batista, you better watch yourselves. You heard how Bischoff was trying to get the titles off Raw to handicap the show? That gold around your waist? Might as well be a target on your heads.
I'm not worried about JBL or anybody else on SmackDown. I say bring them on if they think they've got what it takes.
Yeah, anyone, SmackDown or Raw, thinks they're gonna take my title away from me, I say, come try it.
Now you listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin. As long as you're the Raw champions, you're gonna take care of your titles and not go looking to mix it up with SmackDown. And that's all I got to say about that. As far as you go, you signed for a World Heavyweight title match against Batista at WrestleMania. If I was JBL, you'd be at the top of my list. And since I'm the new sheriff in town, I'm making you my deputy. Find out who else around here is working for SmackDown and open up a can of whoop-ass, Stone Cold style.
Got it. Any suggestions on who to start with?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do have a suggestion. Remember how Chris Benoit jumped for SmackDown to come after Raw's World Heavyweight title? Seeing as how we're having a problem with SmackDown superstars trying to get rid of Raw titles, he seems like a suspect to me. I've made a submission-only match between you two tonight so you can keep an eye on him. Now go get ready.
Hey, I heard how the new general manager, Steve Austin, wants you to keep an eye on me because he thinks I'm a traitor to Raw. Well, I've got a message for him and for you. I'm no traitor, and if you want to call me a liar, you'd better be prepared to back that up.
Whoa, calm down, Benoit. No one's calling you a traitor. You coming here from SmackDown to go after the World Heavyweight title might seem a little suspicious, though. Maybe JBL's been planning this for a lot longer than anyone realized. If it's just a coincidence, you've got nothing to worry about. If it's not, then...
Look, I came to Raw for one reason. To prove I was the greatest WWE superstar in the world by winning the World Heavyweight title. the most prestigious prize in our business. Every big decision in the business is made because of the title. If you want my advice, follow the trail of gold, and you'll find out who's got the most to gain.
Follow the trail of gold? What's that supposed to mean? Did I just hear you say that you think one of Raw's champions is a traitor? In case you've forgotten, I'm the Intercontinental Champion, and I don't take kindly to being called a traitor. Screw Stone Cold and his deputy, and this stupid investigation. I'm gonna start beating the truth out of people, and I'm gonna start with you, Benoit.
Whoa, Kane, chill out. You went on the defensive pretty quick there. I almost have to wonder if you are trying to hide something.
Is that right, Orton? And I wonder if you and Benoit are working together for JBL.
Me? Working with Benoit? In case you've forgotten, the Legend Killer ended Chris's first World Heavyweight title reign. You think he'd want to work with me? Come on, Kane, you sound more nuts than ever, making accusations like that. But maybe you're right about one thing. Maybe we should meet in the ring tonight and see who can beat the truth out of who.
Sounds good to me. The deputy and I will see you two traitors out there.
All right. So what do you find out so far? I've got some leads, but nothing solid.
I figured. That's why I'm sending you to No Way Out this Sunday to raise some hell and see what you can dig up.
No Way Out? That's a SmackDown pay-per-view. Did you clear this with Theodore Long?
Hell no, I haven't cleared it with Teddy Long. For all I know, he's in cahoots with JBL. Besides, if Teddy Long wants to keep Raw superstars off of SmackDown, he never should have let JBL come to Raw.
Okay, good point. I'll check out No Way Out this Sunday. What's on the schedule for tonight?
Hell, that's up to you. What's your gut tell you?
Batista, what the hell were you doing in JBL's limo just now?
What? Me? I could ask you the same question. What are you doing here at a SmackDown pay-per-view?
Austin sent me here to look for suspicious behavior. And you getting out of the WWE Champion's limo seems pretty suspicious to me.
Look, you've got it all wrong. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the situation just like you. I came here to confront JBL about his plan to handicap Raw. He told me since Stone Cold's the new general manager, he's given up on it.
Let me get this straight. You say you weren't just conspiring with JBL in the comfort of his limousine. Instead, you were confronting JBL about his takeover. But now JBL says that he's just going to give up anyway? And I suppose you'll say you believe him.
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't believe him and I challenged him to a match. I was gonna destroy him tonight and put an end to his plans myself. If you went in on that, we'll make it a tag team match. But if you're calling me a liar, then you and I can settle this right here, right now.
Hey, Deputy. What the hell were you thinking yesterday?
Excuse me?
Last night, at No Way Out, you saw Batista getting out of JBL's limo, and you thought he was there to get to the bottom of JBL's plan? Who the hell gets to the bottom of anything in the back of a limo?
Well, now that you mention it, I've had a few late nights with some hot... Never mind. The fact of the matter is, Batista's clearly a traitor, and I'm starting to think that you might be too if you're ignoring such an obvious clue.
Randy. You've just never gotten past the fact that Evolution threw you out and took the World Heavyweight title from you. The same title that I'm wearing around my waist these days, if you haven't noticed. And you, Benoit, since you were paying such close attention to my actions at No Way Out, you probably saw that I took my lumps from not one, but two WWE champions. And neither one seemed to be going easy on me. The two of us have been busting our asses trying to figure out who the traitors are here on Raw. Let me tell you, I haven't always liked this guy, but at least I've got respect for him. He's got more heart than you two put together. If you guys want to keep flapping your gums, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and meet us in the ring later tonight.
Yeah, that there was a hell of an effort, guys. I think good old JR might have called that match a damn slobber knocker. Hell, I can't wait to see you two mix it up at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, WrestleMania. Look, Steve, about the title match. I was hoping we could sort of postpone that for a bit. Just, you know, until we figure out who's working for JBL around here.
You gotta be kidding me. Postpone the main event of WrestleMania? The granddaddy of them all? What kind of champion are you, Batista? I'll tell you what.
It's that damn JBL!
He just took out Austin with the WWE title! Oh my gosh! The sheriff and the deputy are down!
That damn Batista, he was a traitor after all! Orton and Benoit were right! I knew it!
I've got a message for all the Raw superstars in the locker room, and for the millions watching at home tonight. You are looking at the new gold standard of sports entertainment. Together, the WWE and World Heavyweight Champions will form the most dominant alliance in the history of this business. And before long, Raw will be just an unpleasant memory.
Oh no! What if he's right, JR?
No! I can't believe it! I don't know how, but Raw's gonna fight through this, and we're gonna win!
Keep it short and sweet. JBL, I wasn't ready for your little attack last week. You think you'll ever get that lucky again, you big corporate bastard? Now, I saw your stupid little limousine in the garage tonight, so I know you're in the back. If y'all want to see me open up a 10-gallon size can of whoop ass on JBL with this here steel chair, give me a hell yeah. You heard that, JBL. So get your ass to the ring so I can stomp a mud hole in you and walk it dry.
You've got to be kidding me. You think I'm gonna walk down to that ring while you're holding a weapon? I did what I came to do last week, Austin. You might be the general manager of Raw, or the sheriff, or Mayberry, or whatever. But I am John Bradshaw Layfield. I am SmackDown's WWE champion. I am a wrestling god. You have no authority over me at all. You're a...
WWE champion, but I'm the chairman of World Wrestling Entertainment. And I haven't forgotten how you tried to threaten me last month. Steve Austin might not have legal authority over you, but since you've got a contract with the initials WWE on it, I sure as hell do. And with WrestleMania just 6 days away, I'm going to give these Raw fans a preview of the main event. So tonight, in that very ring, it'll be JBL and Batista versus the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title and the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I have 2 more stipulations to add. First, if Austin's team wins, the #1 contender will win the right to pick the type of match he'll face Batista in at WrestleMania. And second, in order to ensure that no more Raw employees end up on your payroll tonight, JBL, I'm making myself the special referee.
You can't do this. You can't do this. I'm the WWE champion. I'm a wealthy man.
You're a big stupid jackass. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
I can't believe it! The World Heavyweight Champion and the #1 contender in a match here tonight?
The Stone Cold and Vince McMahon return to the ring with the WWE Champion. What a slobber knocker!
This could be the best Raw ever, JR!
New champion! We've got a new champion! And that damn turncoat Batista is about ready for his pink slip. I can tell you that.
Serves him right, JR. And now with Batista and Bischoff both out of the picture, I guess that puts an end to any takeover talk once and for all. It's JBL! Somebody call security!
Damn him! Why can't he just accept that he lost? He's got no foothold on Raw anymore, and his planned takeover has collapsed. He's got no business with the new Raw champion. Get him, Stone Cold!
Austin's clearing house, JR!
Stunner! Stunner!
I hope that's the last we've seen of JBL, JR.
If it is, what a way for him to go! And what an end for WrestleMania!